Hello! Today we take a look at Bulwark Evolution Falconeer Chronicles. Bulwark Evolution is a city builder with exploration elements based in the Falconeer universe. And the game has been developed by basically one single person, Thomas Sala. Bulwark Evolution is published by Wired Productions and released in 2024. The game is still getting lots of new content though also in 2025. There's the Edge of the World update coming soon, which looks very cool. So, a good moment to check out together what Bulwark Evolution is all about. The game looks really nice, and luckily there's also a photo mode available, so that you can take snapshots of your best constructions, sea monsters or big battles that you want to capture. So, let's play one session together here to get an idea of the gameplay.
Welcome to Bulwark, a game about chaotic creativity. No conventional controls, one button to paint the landscape, another to move around. And while you paint towers and walls, people will start to make the world come alive. Keep building, that's the trick. This can be confusing at first, overwhelming even, but don't worry, there's also no mistakes.
So we have different scenarios and the free build mode.
This is the scenario mode. Here you enter the open world sandbox. There's a tutorial here that explains the resource system based only on distance. There are factions to interact with and open world content there. A few words of advice. Building is mostly free, but it requires being in range of a resource extractor. And building up around an extractor improves its range. The answer to many questions in the game is to build. Building up your population from a faction will, for instance, unlock more captains and commanders in the soul tree. Always keep building.
Always keep building, that's what we need to do. Let's start here the first scenario fresh with the tutorial.
Our people were wrecked during the War of the Tree. Dunkel, Castellus, Moorbridge, and even Port Remit. Nothing remained of our prosperous free houses after decades of attrition. We took what we had and left, in order to resettle in peace, away from the warlords and fiefdoms that remain. We will succeed, because on our backs the past was built, and from our hands the future will be wrought.
So Free House is the name of our faction here. The tutorial runs us here through the first steps, like creating our base and gathering resources.
Ah, you're finally here. We've already built a few essential buildings. I'll assist you in connecting things up and getting the settlement up and running. While you're on the ground, we will focus on a single building at a time. This will allow you to build outward in a variety of ways and upwards later on. First, connect this outpost to the wood mill, which is located down in the shallow water beside the sea tree fungi. Without wood, we cannot build. This resource extractor is missing access to workers.
Alright, let's connect our wood mill.
This facility is providing resources throughout our settlement. The more resources it generates, the further away these can be supplied to other towers. Notice, our workers are already building houses and industry along the walkway. Wherever you build and our workers can reach, they will settle. Let's now focus on
The controls in this game are a bit a thing of their own, and you need to learn how they work. So you basically move between the different buildings by clicking the A button here.
This is your wood mill. It produces and transports wood across walkways. Let us build a basic wooden tower with a walkway towards it.
Alright, let's build a tower.
You just built a basic tower. It is used to connect up your settlement and transport vital resources. Workers will also build homes and industry around it. Wood can only travel a limited number of walkways away from the woodmill, but this can be increased by encouraging workers to build along walkways connected to the woodmill.
So by clicking the RB button on our controller, we can see basically the production of the individual buildings.
Good work.
If you enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. That helps a lot and is much appreciated.
Great job. Now we have access to the quarry, our wooden towers can be upgraded to stone.
Great, now we also have access to stone.
Stone towers create stone walkways. If you rebuild a walkway adjacent to a stone tower in place of a current wooden one, it will be upgraded to stone. Select your outpost so we can start expanding it further. Outposts can be upgraded as well. Let's use the stone to upgrade the outpost to its second stage.
Sounds good. A better outpost always is a good idea.
You can add foundations to basic towers and outposts. These allow workers to build a higher class of housing on them, increasing the worker output. The worker output of our outpost can be improved further by connecting more towers and walkways to it. The incline is too steep to build upon. The worker output of our outpost can be improved further by connecting more towers and walkways to it.
If you say so, Advisor Atlan, I will do so. No worries. So by improving our outpost here and expanding it, we can also increase the size of our population.
All towers allow for foundations, wood, stone, and later, command towers. Command towers also allow for battlements.
So now we still need a command tower to be able to defend ourselves, and we need our surveyor to be able to discover the world around us.
Well done. It is time we started to explore the world around us and seek out iron ore. Take to the skies in our surveyor airship. Use your surveyor to navigate the Ursee. As our settlement grows, new commanders and captains will reveal themselves. We can also interact with the other factions, asking them to trade, declaring war, or even inviting them to join us.
Okay, so we need to find iron.
The world map shows our holdings, which we can fast travel to. I will also mark any freelance captains that enter our waters, as well.
Okay, but before exploring the world, let's explore our photo mode first a bit. As you have seen already so far, the game looks really good, right? So a photo mode is kind of a must-have here and brings in a lot of fun. But yeah, enough snapshots for now. Let's continue with the game.
Use your surveyor to explore the Ursee. can build resource extractors, harbors, and outposts on other islands. Protected by being escorted by the other units, and there will be different models later. If we can recover a naval command harbor later on, we'll be able to build you a flagship as well. This will enable you to sail and fly around the Ursee.
Okay, so that we have our surveyor now available, we can fly around the map and explore the world. Let's fly first to this little isle here which has iron.
Your surveyor can build a mine on this spot. Workers will mine for ore, and the metallurgical industry will be built up around it. Iron will allow our most advanced towers and buildings.
Let's build a mine in the harbor here.
To iron, but it needs to be transported across the water. Let us build a trade route for ships that can transport iron and other resources back and forth. Several captains are now available. Each captain holds specific resources. For this trade route, iron is required, but wood is also recommended to expand the mine later. Harbors always need to be built as pairs. As soon as you build two, a trade route will connect them. Captains will carry your resources over vast distances.
And yeah, now we still need a harbor at our home so that we can bring in our goods.
This trade route is now connected. The captain can transport their specific goods back and forth. Select your outpost, so we can start expanding it further. With iron, we can start building defensive structures, such as command towers. But before doing so, we should upgrade our outpost into a citadel. Citadels and the workers they provide are one of the many sources of faction influence. Find or acquire outposts from various factions so they can populate our settlement with their people, thus unlocking new captains and commanders for us to hire.
Alright, let's upgrade our outpost again.
We've acquired some splinters. We can utilize these within our inventory by repairing our fleet or creating new resource extractors. With iron, we can start building defensive structures. Select your outpost, so we can start expanding it further.
Okay, next step is then the command tower.
With all major resources now at our disposal, let's focus on building command towers. These can be built with multiple floors as well as additional foundations and balconies.
Okay, so we need to upgrade our basic of stone tower several times so that it converts into a command tower.
Mighty command towers have the potential to reach high into the sky. Their height can be increased by adding more foundations, as well as having better access to workers. Build this tower as high as possible. Change the floor you are building from. Lower floors build foundations, while higher floors build balconies and sky bridges. You have no available commanders on your roster. Commanders and their valuable retinue can be found across the Ursee. Command tower foundations are strong battlements that support your tower. Foundations allow more floors to be built on the tower. With all major resources now at our disposal, let's focus on building command towers. These can be built with multiple floors as well as additional foundations and balconies. Change the floor you are building from. Lower floors build foundations, while higher floors build balconies and sky bridges.
Okay, let's see what we can do here.
Mighty command towers have the potential to reach high into the sky. Their height can be increased by adding more foundations, as well as having better access to workers. Build this tower as high as possible. Balconies are built from high floors. This command tower is looking stout. We have a commander among our retinue. Let's assign them. This will do two things. It will enable the commander to spawn units, and secondly, it allows the commander to build turrets to act as our defense. Here you can assign a commander. Once assigned, you can set their stance and purchase more units with the splinters you earn. Earn splinters by growing your population or by trading with other factions.
Rest assured, friend, my warbirds are the strongest and fastest. My stable mixes Sarkhantan and northern Great Knife traits. Warbirds, the likes of which have not been seen for decades.
Defensive commanders will have their units patrol an area around their command tower. Escorting commanders will escort your surveyor and form your personal battle group.
Okay, cool. So we have now one commander with us.
This tower and its commander now stand watch over our settlement. More commanders are unlocked by growing our population, and as the population grows, we can tax and earn splinters. With those splinters, we can buy more units for our commanders. Our goal is to grow and survive. Expanding our population will increase the soldiery, thereby unlocking new commanders and captains, while also earning us splinters through tax. Trading resources with other factions is also advised, but beware, we might find ourselves aligned with one faction and out of favor with another. Now it's all up to you. Head out and explore the Ursee. Rebuild our society as you see fit. Protect yourself and our citizens well. Good luck.
The weather in this world is also dynamic and changes over time.
Only harbors can be built in the deep by your surveyor. Pay attention to the political influence of your settlement. If one faction becomes dominant over the others, our neighbors may seek reason to rekindle old grievances. You have no available resource extractors. Before the Great...
These are hard times, and thus they bring the need for uneasy alliances. My group and I have been on the run for so long, we seek refuge and will submit to your service. In that case, let us return to the old ways. I never had a good feeling about all of this anyway. These are hard times, and thus they bring the need.
This is too close to something else. You cannot expand further without access to wood. Scout around with your surveyor to look for sea tree fungi and build a wood mill next to it. Then connect it to where you want to expand.
These question marks here on the map are quite important, so they have like special events, and I would always recommend to go there as soon as possible so that you can get something nice there. I will not open the photo mode again right now, but this looks really cool here, right?
We have reports of something strange.
Okay, let's see what awaits us.
What's more valuable than a warm hearth in these bleak times? Well, look no further. Master Fabricator of boilers and mythical houses at your service. That's... This is Mark II. Whatever stories you might have heard, shoddy Mansa Welding was to blame. I know gossip, nothing more. What's more valuable than a warm hearth?
That's a good-looking airship. You've got folks with good splinters to share. You look like you could do with wood being smuggled about. If you...
A ship has entered our waters. It's marked on the map.
I know my worth. It's your failure to see it. Tells me enough about you. Ruffians are all...
The ironite transport is helping our settlement.
We have received a message from the Bannerless, who insisted wise to increase their population if we wish to unlock their support in the future, or otherwise face their wrath. How cheerful.
That's here the inventory.
there is no stone available for this upgrade. This facility is providing resources throughout our settlement. The more resources it generates, the further away these can be supplied to other towers. It's too deep here to build anything. Only harbors could be built in the deep by your surveyor. Resource extractors cannot be upgraded. Encourage workers to settle around them to gain more output. It's too deep here to build anything. Only harbors could be built in the deep by your surveyor.
The production levels look quite good already, but let's further expand here our city.
Something is ahead. Stay alert. This is too close to something else. You have enrolled a trade ship captain. They can be assigned to transport goods.
Oh, another question mark. Let's see what event comes here.
We've acquired some splinters. We can utilize these within our inventory by repairing our fleet or creating new resource extractors.
In the inventory we can get, for example, new extractors. We don't have enough money right now, but that's also a good place to take a look here. Let's see what this mysterious ship is all about.
You want the fastest runner on the Ursee? Lithia Tub's your best choice.
You have enrolled a trade ship captain. They can be assigned to transport goods.
Okay, nice. A new transport ship for us. And here's also another faction. Let's welcome them.
Something is ahead. Stay alert.
This wood mill and all of its C3 production are for the bannerless, and they say it's under our protection. Raid before... A fight? Bring it!
We are at war. All traitorous commanders and captains are being dismissed, and our forces are on alert.
So yeah, we could have traded with this faction, but in order to make it here a bit more fun, I just declared them war. Let's see if we are good enough to survive.
We've acquired some splinters. We can utilize these within our inventory by repairing our fleet or creating new resource extractors.
Oh, this doesn't look too good for us.
The surveyor has been destroyed. Luckily, you made it out.
And we are
We are
destroyed.
building you a replacement now. A new surveyor has been constructed at great cost. Do take it. We are now at a risk of being raided by pirates. Our wealth and prosperity is too tempting not to be taken. We shall need to defend ourselves.
Okay, the world is now at war, thanks to us, so that was maybe not a good idea, but let's see.
carry stone, and it brings me joy to see our settlement thriving.
Relax.
Let's fly over there.
Hostiles! Man the turrets! A ship has entered our waters. It's marked on the map. Additional forces have joined our battle group.
Let's further expand our city so that we get more powerful.
The enemy is defeated, their splinters scattered. Hostiles! Man the turrets!
Oh man, and the fighting never ends up good for us here. We still seem to be too weak.
Additional forces have joined our battle group. It's too deep here to build anything. Only harbors could be built in the deep by your surveyor. Relax the metals to build this structure. Make sure this location is connected and in range of an ore mine. Additional forces have joined our battle group. A diplomatic envoy has arrived in our airspace with a message from the Bannerless.
Oh, a diplomatic convoy? That would be a good idea, actually, but let's see where it is.
What's more valuable than a warm hearth in these bleak times? Well, look no further. Master fabricator of boilers and heated houses, at your service. Had some minor mishaps at my previous patron, but I assure you, I can deliver fabulous Mark II heated houses.
A craftsman will erect interesting objects within your settlement. Keep an eye out for them. Splinters, the currency of the Ursee. Before the war, these were revered by the sea chantresses. These superstitions have waned ever since the war, as the Ursee seems littered with them.
The ironite transport is up. I will only. The ironite transport is up.
There is no iron available for this upgrade.
Yeah, our city looks really nice already.
You have no available commanders on your roster. Commanders and their valuable retinue can be found across the Ursee.
Yeah, we need more commanders.
This trade route is now connected. The captain can transport their specific goods back and forth. Buildings on the horizon.
An old sentry tower. We can get this working again. We can salvage it, turning it into an offensive emplacement when dropped anywhere. You can also attach it to a harbor, making it a rallying point for your surface fleet.
This is a unique building. Dismantle it so it can be salvaged. Your surveyor can drop it anywhere once you do.
This is too close to something else.
This salvaged building is unique. It will provide exclusive benefits to your settlement if you rebuild it using your surveyor. You have no available commanders on your roster. Commanders and their valuable retinue can be found across the Ursee. Retreat! We stand no chance against this force. Hostiles! Man the turrets! Your assault group is empty. Set a commander's stance to assault from their assigned command tower, so you can then command them separately from your surveyor or the world map. A ship has... Diplomatic envoy has arrived in our airspace with a message from the bannerless. Additional forces have joined our battle group.
Oh, our surveyor burning here the whole time.
We represent the bannerless on this day, and they have deemed you unworthy of further fighting. They propose that you accept these terms or keep the party going till the crumb dries up.
Yeah, time to accept this diplomatic offer, otherwise there will be war forever.
A refugee settlement has been spotted on the horizon. Perhaps we can take these people in.
This meager holding was always a last resort. We need a more permanent home. Demolish this temporary haven so we can rebuild upon a spot of your choosing.
This is too close to something else. Clear skies. This is too close to something else.
Let's see if we can get a new outpost here.
A refugee settlement has been spotted on the horizon. Perhaps we can take these people in.
We are but humble refugees, many from the great imperial houses. Please demolish this paltry holding, and we will rebuild wherever you survey a good spot.
Okay, let's see what we can do here.
You cannot build here. There is no time. You cannot build here. You cannot build here. There is no tower with access. You cannot build here. You are now carrying a salvaged building. Select a spot on solid ground or in the shallows where you can rebuild it from your surveyor. Excellent. We have an outpost that provides workers. Be mindful of an outpost's allegiance. This influences the balance of power for your settlement. We need stone to build here. Make sure this location has access to our buildings on the horizon. This trade route is now connected. The captain can transport their specific goods back and forth. A ship has entered our waters. It's a new. There is no stone. Expansion is. You cannot build here. There is. Expansion is. We need stone to build here. Make sure this location has access to our quarry.
Salutations. It appears that my previous patronage has neglected to supply our station here, and has left us stranded.
This building houses a commander, who is now in your service. You may reassign them to any command tower you wish.
My ship carries wood. Things are good.
We lack the metals to build this structure. Make sure this expansion is limited here. You don't have access to wood. You can only build out a short way from a tower or outpost connected to wood. This is too close to something else.
Yeah, awesome looking city by now.
have no available commanders on your roster. Commanders and their valuable retinue can be found across the Ursee. You have no available commanders on your roster. Commanders... Only harbors could be built in the deep by your surveyor. There is... Only harbors could be built in the deep... There is no... A monstrous creature from the deep is attacking one of your ships.
A monstrous-looking creature from the deep attacking one of our ships? I need to see that. Oh, looks like a gigantic crocodile. That's something for our photo mode, definitely. Cheers. Okay, crocodile is down. Let's continue with business here.
We have won the day. A raiding party is targeting your trade routes. This trade route is now connected. The captain can transport their specific goods back and forth. There is no iron available for this upgrade. You have no available resource extractors.
Alright, and that's it for today with Bulwark Evolution. I hope you had as much fun as I had, and here's a bit of photo mode for the end. Thank you so much for joining. Bye!